Sometimes I wonder if I am just a little bit too much because I am a firm believer in men loving women who, I don't want to say the term dog out, but women who basically don't take any shit from them. Women who put them in check, women who tell them about themselves, and women who are more demanding. Let me give you some examples. Recently, I should not be telling you all my business, but recently, my latest honey, let me just put it that way, spent the night. So, I don't know. I mean, it's cool and everything. I know a lot of women like that. But, I really like sleeping by myself. I really don't feel like waking up and, men snore and they want to put their feet on you and they fart and all that old shit. I just really don't feel like all that. But, every so often you endure it because the other person likes it. So, dude is like waked up in the morning. He's all happy, because I let him spend the night. And I'm glaring at him like, why are you still here? So, we already started off on the wrong foot. So he's like, oh, good morning, sweetie. Babe, this whole thing that's trying to be all sweetie pie, honey bunch. And I'm like, fuck you. And it just came out. I mean, I didn't plan to say it. I didn't, I wasn't like in a bad mood, really. I mean, I was kind of irritated that I woke up and he was there, but it wasn't like, fatal or anything. And I just said, just fuck you. And just looked at him. I didn't smile. I didn't, nothing. And then he just busted out and started laughing. It's like, shit, what I do now? I've been asleep. What did I do? I did something in my sleep. And I said, yes, you breathe too loud. So then he started laughing some more. And he's like, you a mess. And I'm like, I know, but that's why you love me so much. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And giving me hugs and all smoochy-woochy and asking me what did I want to eat. And I'm like, I know you don't expect me to cook. And he's like, no, I'm going to cook. You got what you got in the refrigerator. I'm like, shit, I don't know. What am I, psychic? Motherfucker, get up and go look. I mean, you know what I mean? What? I keep a running grocery list in my head? What the hell? So anyway, I'm just telling you this story. And he just laughed and then he cooked, and this is not no punk ass dude. So don't even put those things there. He just treats me that way. But it's for some dudes and his job and all the other stuff that he does. He's like an asshole, but he treats me that way. And I just wanted to kind of talk about that because I think a lot of women have this mistaken opinion that they need to be like all sweetie pie and submissive and all wonderful and super loving to dudes. And I'm telling you, if you act like that, you don't never contradict them. You don't never have an opinion of your own that disagrees with them. You don't ever tell them no. Not only no, but fuck no, shit no, what the fuck I look like no. And, make demands on them to give you stuff and do stuff for you. And just tell them, you're not going to do what they want you to do. I mean, just to be a contrarian. You have to have a separate identity from the man in your life. You cannot put yourself in a position where you're doing everything he wants you to do, not saying what he doesn't want you to say, not going where he doesn't want you to go, not being the person that you want to be in order to placate him. You can't do that. They won't respect you. The relationship will go downhill, and the desire and the passion, the excitement that men look for from a woman in their life will disappear. I mean, if you guys really think about it, men are kind of boring. I mean, there's exceptional dudes that, are into a lot of different things and all that. But those are the exceptions. The majority of men, I say 95% of them, are kind of boring. I mean, they go to work, they come home. They have a little hobby, like maybe they like to watch sports or they actually play on a softball team or play golf or something, bowling league, something like that. And then they come home. And then they garden or, tinker with shit, fix cars, whatever. They have their little interests, I'm not saying they don't do anything, but in general, men have rather rote, mundane, predictable lives. That seems to be the majority of men. So when they looking for excitement, they're looking for something different. If you're not providing it, they look for it, and it creates a situation that's kind of risky. So what you want to do is, if you're a creative and fun sort, you involve him in your creative and fun activities. Bring him out of his shell. Bring him out of the the normal box that he puts himself in, his little manhood box, and make him a part of your world. Whether he goes by choice or by force, it'll still be interesting for him. Because I was dating this guy, right? And it was the first time I was going to go to Hawaii. I wanted to go. And he was like, well, I don't want to go to Hawaii. And I'm like, why not? I had already got the tickets by then, because it was going to be a surprise. I got this huge bonus from my job. And I got the tickets and everything from a discount through the travel agent that I used through the job. And it was like, just say the two people in Hawaii with airfare and everything, with the hotel, it was going to be like $500. So it wasn't like no grand theft money because of the benefits I got from the travel agent from booking her all that business. So I had the tickets, and so I'm like, yeah, we're going to go this week, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't want to go. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to see if my mother can come with me or something. So then suddenly he decides he wants to go. Of course, this motherfucker had more fun on the trip than I did. But the fact that, he was, I don't know if he was scared or he just was afraid of being outside his normal. I don't know what his problem was, to tell you the truth. I never really asked him. But it just was something new, different, and exciting. And he didn't really want to do it. He was like, not a willing participant. But I made him do it. And then he enjoyed himself. And then, after that, he wanted to go back. I'm like, nah, let's go to Jamaica. So that's where we went after that. So we went where I wanted to go. And he just kind of came with me, and he always had a good time. But I was the adventurer, and he was, just a tag along. And unfortunately, ladies, that's the way it's going to be with most of your relationships. You're going to be the one who wants romance and excitement and different things and unique experiences. And he's just going to be like, well, oh no, okay. And he'll come along with you. So women, they often write me in my advice column, and they're complaining that their men don't do anything. The men are romantic. They don't plan events. They don't plan dates. And I'm just saying, if that's what you want, you plan it for yourself and then bring his monkey ass along with you. That's how you got to do it. So you don't make your world boring because his is. You bring him into your excitement. And part of that is not making sure that he understands that he's not running you. You don't have to do it in the way that I do it. Of course, one of my favorite vocabulary routines is profanity. I just love it. I don't know. I just can't get enough of it. You don't have to go there. But what you do have to do is say things to him at unexpected times. You have to be challenging. You have to talk smack to him. If he talks some crazy conversation, you better raise your voice and talk back to that motherfucker, and don't let him, be thinking that he's running you. And that's the most important thing in a relationship, is for the woman to make sure that she makes demands, that she doesn't bow down to him, and that he respects her. And the only way that happens is if you have enough confidence to kind of go against what he's talking about. Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of women don't have that confidence. They're very afraid of quote, running the guy off or scaring him off, or how those phrases go, by being contrary or not giving him what he wants. And I'm telling you this, there's two ways that can go. Number one, he asks you for some bullshit and you tell his ass, fuck no. Okay, if he is serious about you, he'll still stick around. You know what I mean? He's going to be like, oh, well, okay. And then he'll just go along with your program. If he is the kind of dude who was only out for what he could get anyway, and was going to really try to run things and dominate on you, then he is going to leave. Now, the thing about that's good. It's excellent that he leaves. It's best that he leave. You want him to leave, because you don't want a situation where you're going to be boxed into a relationship with a guy where you're not happy in the relationship, where nothing that you want is given to you, where everything is about him. You don't want that kind of relationship. There's a lot of women that have that, though, and they somehow think that makes them a good woman. It makes them good. And I'm thinking, no, it doesn't. It just makes you a dumb bitch, because that's the kind of woman that a dude will readily cheat on, because he knows that no matter what he does or how he treats you, your ass is going to still be there. See, where the guys with me, they already know. It's like, no, you don't give me what I want every day the way I want it. Motherfucker, I'm out. I'll be chucking up some deuces so fast you won't even know what's happening. And so they know that, and so they, act accordingly. Of course, we still break up, but it's this kind of thing where when the breakup happens, It's not because the relationship wasn't good for me. It's because it just, we just agreed that it wasn't going to work anymore. Or we lost interest or whatever. So I think those are the kind of things that you need to consider. Don't be afraid to tell a man no. Don't be afraid to make demands. Some guy asks you, you're spending the night at your house, and he asks you what's for breakfast. It's like, motherfucker, whatever you cook or whatever you get from takeout. Don't bother me. And once you decide that, bring me some and roll over and go back to sleep. You know what I mean? They'll come up with a plan, and they will tend to value you more because you value yourself. And I think that is a very important message that women really need to get, especially black women all up on this submission shit. I'm not submitting to nobody about nothing for no reason ever. And like I said, sometimes, just because it's a sunny day or because it's Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock, I don't really need a reason. I'm going to just act a bitch because I feel like it. But because I'm in that mood. And since I'm a moody person anyway, it just goes with my personality. I don't feel like it. You talking shit, I don't feel like hearing it. You ask me to do something I don't want to do. You want to talk about some shit I don't fucking feel like hearing. And I'm going to just tell you. It just doesn't, I don't care. So, I don't know, this is kind of a rambling video. I'm working on one, ladies, about fatherless women and the impact that has on your relationships. I'm going to try to have that up by the end of the week. It's taking me a while to deal with it because I'm interviewing some women and getting some pertinent information to share with you. So it's not a quick and easy video like most of them that I do. But that'll be coming up. I'm also on deck is some red flags to watch for in the early and middle stages of dating. So I got a lot of good stuff in the works for you. It's taking me a little while to do it because I want to script it out right and make my little outlines and everything. Because I don't really write the text. I just write the outline and then I just start talking. And then sometimes I don't even do that. I just start talking like right now. But hopefully that will work for you. If you have any other suggestions, feel free to use the submission form, which will take to my blog, survivingdating.com. And you can submit an advice question or an issue that you'd like me to address there. Try not to put them on the comments page because I don't always see them. My cousin does a lot of those, and if she forgets to send it to me, then I may never see it. And so it would be better for you to send it on either a message or to send it via the contact form, the link on Contact Us. Anyway, this is Deb Cooper from survivingdating.com. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Talk to you guys later and hope everyone had a great holiday.